Hi, and good morning. Here we are, another Friday, which means messages from Spirit. All I do is I use my cards, the Goddess Speaks, and if any of you have had a reading from me, you know that these are the main cards that I use. They were designed and created by me a few years back, and I am very fortunate that I have a daughter who is an artist, and she is the one who designed and made these beautiful cards for me. So they use the energy of the goddess, the triple goddess, the mother, the maiden, and the crone. So all I'm going to do is I've already prepared myself, I've grounded myself, and I've asked to receive messages for the higher good of all. So I'm going to shuffle these cards, and when I feel that I need to stop, I will select the top card, show it to you, front only. You're not going to see what the word on the back is. And I'll do that for 3 cards. All you need to do is to choose whether card number 1, 2, or 3 is the one that speaks to you today. Then I'll reveal the messages of those cards to you, plus put all 3 together to give us a group reading of what Spirit wants us to focus on for the upcoming week. So here we go. I've shuffled now, and I feel this is card number 1. Card number 1. I'll show them again in a moment. Now we're going for card number 2. Just simply ask yourself that you can choose the card that has a message for your higher good. Card number 2. And finally, card number 3. So, again, here's card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. 1, 2, or 3, which one spoke to you? All right, here we go. Those of you who chose card number 1, you have the energy of the mother. Mother is about nurturing, creativity, all those things that we associate with a mother. And she's telling you about love. Now, you know, that's a big one, isn't it? Because love can be love of self, love with someone else. I'm getting the feeling that this is to do with self-love. Too often we spend a lot of time, maybe you're a mother yourself, nurturing your children, a relationship. Maybe you're very involved in your job and you put a lot of effort and time into that and into volunteering and into everything. And then I feel that there's some of you that are listening to this, you may be going through a time right now, especially the last couple of weeks, maybe you've been kind of emotional and you're not sure what it is. She's telling you this is the time to do some reflection, self-reflection. Love of yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. We all do things, maybe look back and think, gee, I wish I hadn't done things that way. But that's where we learn our biggest lessons. We need to take from that something that's positive, because the more you focus on negativity, the more that's what you're going to see and create. So what did you learn from that? Begin to love yourself. And I encourage you even just to say to yourself, I am open to receive love. I am open to give love. Remember, what we put out comes back to us. I am worthy of love. I am love. Even if you don't feel any of those things right now, if that is your goal, if you want that in your life, you need to start manifesting it. You need to see it in your mind's eye. You need to feel it here in your heart center. And actually, when you say those things, place your hands on your heart center. I am open to receive love. It's there. Are you letting it in? I am open to give love. And giving it is giving the love without expectation of anything in return. But you'll find that you'll feel good when you give love. I am worthy of love. We all are worthy of love. I am love. Remember that spirit fills every cell of your being, and that is unconditional love. So over this next week, practice things for self-love. Take time out to meditate, to go for that walk, to go for that pedicure, to be okay with taking a few moments for yourself. Perhaps you're a caregiver and you feel a little overburdened right now. Don't beat yourself up about that. It just means that you need time to replenish yourself. You cannot drink from an empty cup, so you can't give someone help if you yourself are depleted. Time for self-love. Now, card number 2, you have the Maiden. And she's saying uncertainty. And again, I feel that this has been going on for the last couple of weeks with some of you, where you have a decision to be made, and you just can't seem to make your mind up about what it is that you're to do. And that's stopping you because you're afraid of making a wrong mistake. Uncertainty is fine at first. It makes us take pause and to consider all our options. But when it starts to become a block where we're not moving forward, there's no wrong decision. There's always some that are better than others, for sure. But if you just take that deep breath, trust your heart that the direction you need to go, I feel you know what it is you need to do, you're just putting it off. Trust me, you will feel so much better once you make the decision. It's indecision that causes the stress, that causes the pain, that causes that uncertainty. Now is the time that you are going to work through that. It's better now to face it, or it'll just continue. You can't shove it in the back and not expect it to come forward at some time. It's like in my book, Sally's Closet, I talk about how we feel that we can just put all those thoughts that we don't want to either remember or deal with. It's like putting stuff in your closet and not really paying attention to where it goes, and keep piling it in and shutting that door, and then one day you got too much stuff in there and that door bursts open. And I can guarantee it'll be when you least expect it or want it to happen, and you have to deal with it in order to sort out and straighten your closet. So your mind is like that everything is there, but it's up to you how to deal with it. Don't be afraid to ask other people that would know how to help you. And by that I mean, if you're working through a financial situation, seek out a financial advisor. Don't go to just the people at the coffee shop. It's the same with medical help. If you're having a medical issue, go to a doctor. Go to some form of holistic practitioner if that's what you want, a naturopath, that sort of thing. But go to people that are trained in dealing with what's going on with you. If it's an emotional issue, same thing. There's nothing wrong with seeking help. Doesn't mean you have to take it, but listen and start to work through that uncertainty. Some of you as well this week are going to have propositions and opportunities presented to you. And it'll take you like a moment to pause because you're uncertain about whether to accept them or to move forward with them. This is just telling you that they will come in, and it's good to get all the facts, but there will come a point when you need to make your mind up if you want to have that ease of mind and comfort of mind. All right, number 3. So Maiden as well. We don't have any crones in this reading today. There is none of a completion of cycle. There is not a gaining on that years of knowledge and wisdom. It's all about the Maiden energy is about new things and just learning things and not knowing about things. And the Mother, she's the one who can bring it together and kind of comfort everybody. So this Maiden is about seek knowledge. When we were children, we couldn't get enough information in. Everything was brand new to us in this world. We came in with knowledge from the other side, but this world was all new. And we learned quickly, especially the first 4 years of our life. We learned to walk, to talk, to start reasoning things for ourselves. Mind you, they were very limited because of our age and our world experience. But we start to take in a lot from the world around us. So those of you who chose card number 3, have you been putting off maybe learning a new topic to expand your knowledge on a certain area in your life, whether it is something related to your health, to your well-being? Maybe you're in a job where there's courses coming up that could help to enhance your position there. Now is the time to look into it further and to sign up for those things. It's the time to seek knowledge. Don't just sit there and wonder about things. Go out and look about them. It's a time to put yourself into that. It'll better you in areas of your life. This also applies to those of you kind of coming back again to the spiritual journey of, is it time to take a new class? Maybe to take your meditation more seriously. Do you have a book sitting there that you've been wanting to read for the last 6 months? Now is the time to take it out and seriously read it. Or to pull out one of those ones that you haven't read for a while. Because I found on my journey that I purchased some books at the beginning and I started to read them and I couldn't quite grasp where it was all coming from. Put them on my shelf. A few months later, I was in a different place. I didn't really realize I was. But when I pulled those same books out, they made sense to me now. Doesn't mean you necessarily agree with everything that's in there, but you have a more open mind and it makes you think. And that's what I always like. I like reading things that I'm not looking so much for my mind to be changed, but to get it working. So now is the time for you to seek knowledge. I feel that there's some of you as well that are looking to awaken your creative side. Get out that paintbrush, that sewing machine, those knitting needles, that wood sander, the drills. I feel like there is creation to be had here, creativity to be had here. Now is the time to start getting yourself ready for this. Learn about it and go into it. Just like that child, you notice the maiden, she's taken that first step there. She's not really paying much attention. She's just ready to step forward. You be like that. So those are your messages for each of the cards. Now what's that mean when we put the 3 of them together? Well, our very first card, as you recall, was love. So that's the center of everything. And I'm feeling that this love is about self-love. Taking care of ourself. This is what we're looking at right now. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, all the time, self-love involves forgiveness. Are there things that you have said or done in the past that you regret now? That by looking back, you can see that that wasn't maybe the best way to handle a situation. Either you said it out loud to somebody or there were thoughts that you were keeping inside. Not saying what you said or were thinking was not true, but did it serve anybody? Are you still attached to those negative memories? You're never going to forget them, but your attachment to them, how you act and react to them, you can change that. So now is the time to cut the cords to the past, to those things you cannot change, and focus on this present moment. What that brings with it, kind of supporting that, is card number 2, the uncertainty. A lot of times people will hold on to bad memories, as we'll call them, negative experiences, stay in a relationship that is perhaps abusive or unfulfilling. The same with the job. It's because of the uncertainty, the fear of change. What if what I move out of this, I already know it, and go into the unknown. So it's a fear of the unknown. The first thought that always seems to come to us is, what if it's worse? At least here I know what's going on. What if it's better? You know, it's that thing about going to the edge of the cliff and being afraid to step off in case you fall. I'm talking about if you have wings. And but what if you could fly? So we need to take our mind over this week into self-love. What can I do that will help me with my self-love? To release the uncertainty. You accept it in that it's part of the change and the growth, but you are not afraid of it. You're using it instead to empower you, because the position of this card is in the one that's supporting love. So again, I keep coming back and being told it's part of the spiritual evolution. Part of the spiritual growth is when you start asking questions. Don't be afraid of it. Accept it as part of your evolution. And what is going to help you, lead you with that? Card number 3 is seek knowledge. You have questions, seek out the answers. A lot of them will come from right in your heart, what is true to you. But it is also, like I said, it may be that time to start watching those videos, start reading those books, just going to circles and talking with people of like mind with this situation. You don't necessarily go to your mechanic and ask them the questions about that you have spiritually. Not to say your mechanic's not a spiritual person, but there is a time and place for things, correct? So start to maybe even journal, writing down your questions and writing down the answers that you get, and be okay with those answers changing as time goes on. That's all part of seeking knowledge. So our homework for this week is to find ways to bring more love of self into our week, let go of the uncertainty, perhaps the fear of asking questions. Accept that that's part of our journey, that's okay, and that we are now in a position to seek knowledge wherever that may be and with it, whomever that may be, to help us on our spiritual journey. I hope that this, and I trust that this, will enlighten you for the week ahead. We give thanks to Spirit for sending these messages. And remember that if you ever want to have your own private reading, you can book your session with me either online or in person by going to mindfuljourney.ca/contact. The information is all right there. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.